Hey, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Here we are on Tuesday. No, Wednesday, midweek. Yes, I got a training session today, so it is Wednesday, if I get this thing straight. David here with you, talking about health and wellness your way. And I'm actually getting back in habits. I started watching my videos and realized I'm talking a little too fast at the beginning, so I kind of blur some of the words together. So I want to make an attempt to make sure I slow down a little bit, and hopefully I don't get too slow. But yeah, this is David here with you, and teaching you ways that you can figure out health and wellness so that it fits into your life. Do what you can. I figured out, I think it was about 2016, I was doing balancing the triad. That's what I call it. It's body, mind, spirit. I have been doing it for over a decade, but I didn't piece it together until just in 2016 that I was working those three elements together. So, which is what I'm sharing with you. I want to give you different ideas, tips, and tricks, and different things that you can do, but modify them, change them so that they fit into your life, which is part of what we're going to be covering today. When it comes to your health and wellness, do you do it simple or you do it complex? And this actually can go both ways here, is that the simple, a lot of times people think, oh, it's too easy, that's too simple. It's not going to work. I'm not even going to bother doing it. And then on the other hand, it's too complex. There's too much going on. I can't do that either. So where do you do that? Let's stick with the simple. I've actually touched on this in a couple of other videos. Simple, and let's call them the basics. That's where it goes through, and you can get the most effects, and they're actually called the basics for a reason. Start with the simple stuff you know how to do. And we all know no matter what issue our health, our challenge is, where we want to emphasize it, whether it's body, mind, or spirit, and with any of those categories, we know something to do to help us out in those areas. A lot of times we just don't do it because either a lot of times it's too simple or we think it's going to be too complex. And it's something I've talked about over and over again. Exercise. You can go for a walk. You can do push-ups. You can do squats. And if you reside to a chair, like a wheelchair, you can do curls. There's still a way you can do push-ups. There's different exercises you can do. You can weave yourself around the house. There's always something you can do with that. Meditation, you don't have time for a full 20 minutes. You can take 5 minutes to a minute to sit there and just take some nice, conscientious, deep breaths. There's always something to do. Nutrition, you're going to know enough that water is better for you than eating the soft drinks or alcohol. And you're also going to know that the sweet treats, the candy, the cookies, and all those aren't going to be good for you. You start there. Even with exercise, I've heard mentioned a number of times in some of the videos I follow Zach Evans from the Underground Strength Gym. And yeah, it's one thing he always emphasizes. I mean, just lift with the basics when it comes to building strength. Squats, deadlifts, military exercises, body weight exercise. I mean, it's not that difficult to do. But a lot of times we think it has to be difficult, so we don't do it. And again, vice versa. But start with the simple. Make it easy so it can fit into your life. And that's part of what we're talking about here, is making sure you do things that fits into your life, works for you. And then as you progress, as you get more educated, as you get some results, then maybe you can start making things a little more complex. Like I said, for myself, I keep things pretty simple. I got a routine I follow someone else's routine. I don't want to make it my own exercise routine. I got the alarm when I go to bed. I eat. I avoid a lot of dairy. I hardly have a little bread. I avoid a lot of the extra sugars. I keep it simple that way eating. I meditate at least, well, I'm getting up earlier, so I'm starting to get some meditation in the morning and do something in the afternoon. And during that time, I got my sense to connect. I'm always working on myself. I'm reading for work and creativity. So keep things very simple. The more simpler it is, the more you're likely to do it. Now, also to understand, just because it's simple doesn't necessarily mean it's always going to be easy to do. There's ways to make squats, push-ups, pull-ups harder and easier. You can still get a lot of benefit out of doing push-ups. There's ways to make them more difficult and challenging. So, simple, easy to do, not necessarily easy to, I'm trying to figure out how to word that. So, doing push-ups is easy, but you can make it more challenging to make it more difficult for you. Oh, that kind of makes sense. It doesn't quite get mixed up in the message there. But that's what I got for you today. If you want some help on any of this, you want some help trying to figure out how to get your health and wellness started or get you going, I got a free training in my group. There's a link in the description. And from there, you can get yourself started. Where you're at, where you want to go, and how you're going to get there. So in general, just kind of let me know your thoughts on that. Have you done simple on complex? Have you noticed the difference one way or the other? Just let me know your thoughts on that. So we'll catch you next time. Take care and balance into you. Bye-bye.